Welcome everybody, another day, another edition of the ESL India Premiership 2018 Summer Seasons' Masters League. Brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX and Intel, and presented by Nordwind Gaming and ESL India. And of course, I forgot to mention the two scapegoats. Always! I'm just kidding, we're not scapegoats. My name is Vagish Godsley Abhan, I'm your host, and joining me in this furrow as usual is the lovely and vivacious Angela Gonzalez.
Angela Gonzalez. That I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, I mean, I refuse to call you Zara.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody refuses to call me
Yeah,
Zara.
because like sometimes I've seen it happen. I've seen people confuse you. So if you are Angela, who's Zara?
Yeah.
Like it's like Golmaal hai, Golmaal hai going to play in somewhere in the background. It's like you are like Sunil Shetty. I'm like Akshay Kumar. Like ye dal mein kuch kala lag raha hai babu bhaiya. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, we have your daily dosage of Clash Royale, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, and all of them some really action-packed games. In fact, let's begin today's session with the Clash Royale. We have two very interesting players lined up. Let's introduce them first, Angie.
Definitely.
Yeah? So let's start off with the first player, Deepak Mehu Mehta. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Deepak Mehu Mehta, and also brings us to the point of time in the ESL India Premiership history where we have one scapegoat from amongst our band of brethren and family, as I'd like to call it, who has decided to bite the dust, but the dust is made out of gold. Huge shout out and props once again to Kunal Singh, our chief producer here, who's gone ahead and got himself married. May God bless him and save him. But moving on, we have right now Deepak Mehu Mehta. Angie.
He is in a horrible place to be right now. He's sitting 12th on the board. He's played 8 games already. He's not been able to win a single game.
Yeah.
That means mostly this player is going to enter the promotion relegation round, which is very sad to see.
But there's no rounds.
There's no round. I mean, they just get moved into the Challenger League, which is sad for him. I mean, he's a fantastic player. I've seen him play a versatile kind of deck. He always tries new things. It's just that he's not yet found his ground as to what is the key ingredient for him to win the game.
I think he's rowing the same boat which I was rowing when I reinstalled like Clash Royale, and I was like, I have zero idea how I'm losing every single game. 25 games losing, 25 games later I'm like, wait, something is really very wrong with my
But
cards.
at least you won your 26th game, right?
I won my 26th game and I've kept winning on every single game. So I've like crossed 50 games victories. So I'm like, okay.
That key ingredient that I want him to find, he's not able to find. But I'm just hoping and praying that in today's matchup, Deepak makes sure that he bans out the Dark Prince. Because as far as I've seen, most of his gameplay, they all are getting defeated only by this one single card.
That AoE splash.
AoE splash. So if today he chooses to ban out that card, I think he'll be able to have a better performance. He's going up against somebody who can be defeated maybe. I'm not taking anywhere against our secondary player, but I'm hoping that if he studied his gameplay, I think he could find a way to at least take one game.
So let's take a look at the second player then. Jimit Bhatt, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Jimit Bhatt, the guy with the mullet. He's got a mullet. Look at his hair. Like इतने लंबे बाल अगर मैंने रखे होते ना मेरे पिताजी ने मुझे outer space में launch कर दिया होता.
He looks really upset with the crown though.
Yeah, he's like, you know how he is. You've seen those grumpy cat memes?
Yeah.
Like just Photoshop that crown on the grumpy cat. That's Jimit Bhatt. No offense to you, buddy. You know I love each and every one of you Clash Royale players.
He looks fantastic without the crown. It's just that he is just very upset with the crown.
I'm very interested in knowing how his parents have allowed him to keep such long hair at such a young age.
It's not really that long.
You have not seen. His hair is like till here. He's like, look at this. Look where his hair is.
Oh,
he's like Akshay Kumar from the 90s.
I haven't seen. But
like, I swear, if I take out the glasses, he'll be like, not even Akshay Kumar, he's like Sunil Shetty. Sasta Sunil Shetty from 90s.
Very good looking chap though, I gotta give him that. But
No,
as we talk about
got
their
style,
looks, I mean, fantastic for them. They're doing great. But as of now in the Masters League, Jimit also is struggling. He's sitting 10th on the board. He's been able to win 2 games, but he's faced 6 defeats. And that also means that if he doesn't buck up now, he's also going to be in, I think, in the similar situation as Deepak Mahudi. If you look at their cards, of course, there's hardly much trophy difference between them. 3,970. He just lost a game, I think, last night. And if we talk about Deepak Mahudi, he sits with 4,000 trophies. And if we talk about the matches played, if we look, it's 11,000, 14,000, pretty close here. Most of their stats are pretty similar.
Pretty similar. In fact, I'm very interested to know how they're faring in the new update, which Clash Royale, the Rascals card. I'm very interested to see, is Rascals now in competitive play? Can you use
No,
them?
not as of now. I don't think it's still not out. It's come in the news.
Yeah.
But I think in another 2
I saw the
days,
gameplay video. It's rad, dude.
Yes,
it's
pretty
rad.
cool.
So me and Virkoholic were discussing how this is like, oh no, this is like a
I think
knight
it's gonna
with like
be-
2 archers.
I think it's going to be like a 9 elixir card. I haven't yet played the challenge. There's a free entry challenge that you can play for the card. I haven't yet played it, so I couldn't give you more information.
I can't play it yet because I
Right.
need to be at King level 8 and I'm like just halfway at King level 7. I'm
Okay.
like, dang it, I can't use this.
Another month and you'll be there.
Make it 2 weeks.
Alright.
But we have bans here. The Graveyard has been banned by Jimit, but very nice ban there.
Yeah.
Whereas Deepak Mahudi Mehta has banned the Pekka. All right.
Pekka, again, not one of the cards that he should be very concerned about. But it's good. It's a good ban because I think he shouldn't ban the Pekka because according to me, in my opinion, he likes to play a lot of Goblin Huts. He likes to play the Goblin Gang. He likes to play the Spear Goblins. He is a Goblin fan. Very similar to another player of ours in the Masters League. That means that cards like the Pekka are something that you don't pick against a deck like that. But the Dark Prince, please, I hope that Jimit doesn't drop that Dark Prince in his deck.
Now that you mentioned, I'm pretty sure he's going to put it.
Yeah. And talking about Jimit's favorite cards in general, he likes to play the Lava, he likes to play the Balloon, he likes the 3 Musketeers, he also likes to play the Bandit, the Battle
The
Ram,
Inferno
and
Dragon
the Expo.
also. The Inferno Dragon.
Inferno, yes, of course. And meanwhile, we see that Mehu likes to play the Miner, the Knight. He also likes the Goblin Hut, like I mentioned before, the Bandit. But at the same time, now that I know that the 3 Musketeers are not banned, this also makes me question that is Jimit going to use his golden card? And if he does use the 3 Musketeers card, and I hope that Mehu is able to take control, because him banning the Pekka, knowing that the 3 Musketeers are Jimit's favorite card, makes me think that he has something under his sleeve that he wants to play out over here, and that could work in his favor.
All right, so then let's take it forward to the game, ladies and gentlemen. Gotham Virkaholic Virka, our own in-house gentle giant, is all ready and ready to take this game forward. So over to you, man.
Torch of Clash Royale that I've gotten a hold of now, and we are going to be taking this torch forward from here onwards. We have Mehuti versus Jimit, and guess what? Jimit is using the 3 Musketeers. I absolutely adore the 3 Musketeers, and you know, I actually have to wait and get a couple of wins, and then I have to wait because you know how Clash Royale do, because they'll start countering your deck left, right, and center. Guess what? Everyone has a fireball, and everyone has this weird, you know, executioner. All of a sudden, like every single person has the counter to your deck, and it gets really annoying sometimes. Clash Royale is unfair at times. It doesn't want you to win over and over again. It doesn't want you to collect the crowns that you want. However, looking at this game, you can see Lava Hound uncontested. This, you know what? Now you know how long it takes to kill a Lava Hound if you let it come and just simply touch the tower. And you saw that it brought it down to 1400 health, and the lava pups did some extra damage. There was some distraction coming in for the lava pups. They kind of followed the goblin around for a bit. However, guess what? Mehudi does not like the elixir collector. He's like, I dislike that elixir collector. I will not let it live. I am going to make sure that it goes down. But Jimit is like, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that elixir collector stays there, because he needs the elixir for this exact push that he's doing right now. He needs the elixir to be able to fund this this army. I was gonna use a really bad name. You know, I was gonna use a name that I should not have used, and I have not used it, so no one will know about this. And guess what? The Musketeers are there shooting at the Lava Hound, uncontested. The Lava Hound will not make it. However, look at the right-hand side. Musketeers taken care of by the bats. However, still a sliver of health that Musketeer has managed to destroy the tower. A minion horde coming on the left-hand side to help, but Mehu just looks like he's in a lot of trouble. That MVP Musketeer is still shooting at the main tower. I think he's going to single-handedly bring it down. That is an MVP Musketeer right there, closing the game, bringing down the Princess and the Crown Tower, giving Jimit a 3-star victory of with a 1-0 lead of this best of 5. So great job, Jimit. But Mehu not having the greatest luck in the Masters League so far. He's actually quite low on the standings. I think he's at 11 or 12 maybe, or maybe production can just give me that number. I don't need to see it on the screen. Yep, he's on 11. He's pretty low. Or in any case, I'm still not getting an update from production. However, he's pretty low on the standings. Mehudi's not been doing so great. And we need to make sure that actually Mehudi needs to make sure that he does well in the matches that are ahead of him. So in any case, that was a... Oh, he's 12. Wow. I just got an update. 12 is the number here. Mehu at the last point right now. Not the best we have seen out of Mehu lately. Mehu has been doing great. Had been doing great in the last year's Premiership. And but however, not having such luck. Maybe he has distracted. Maybe he got... I think Angie told yesterday that he's got a job. Maybe if Angie gives me a thumbs up, I'll know that that's actually true. However, Angie's not listening to what I'm saying. However, coming back into the game, enough about Mehudi's reasons for him doing not so well in the Master League this year. Mehudi has opted for his the deck that he absolutely adores. We saw him using this deck yesterday, even though he lost the game. Let's see if he can come out successful here. He's using the Goblin Hut and what are these guys called? Wow, the names completely escaped myself. It's the Barbarian Hut actually. So he's using the Barbarian Hut and the Goblin Hut, and he's going to be using a spawner deck. And you can see that Jimit is really like, okay, sure, you're using this. I'm going to elixir up, and now he needs to worry about this Expo and this bunch of units that have kind of taken over the field at the moment. A lot of back and forth happening. The Expo still alive and still hitting. Will the Expo connect to the tower? Not yet. A lot of units being dropped, and Jimit is getting overwhelmed. Finally, the Expo connects on the tower, and look at the damage that it will bring here. And it's still connected to the tower. There's no zap available. He's going to take this tower down fairly quickly. A nice log coming in. The tower saved with only 300 health remaining. Mehudi off to a great start in this second match of best of 5, and he's going to be pressuring his opponent, and I guess he's realized what his opponent has. However, Jimit spending so much elixir defending against these units that he's not able to collect enough elixir to put down the 3 musketeers. And I think now more than ever is the time that the 3 musketeers have come out, aggressively putting them right in the front. Probably realizes that his opponent has a fireball, and here comes the fireball. These guys still alive and zapped away thanks to the electro visit there, who will be distracted by the bats. And let's look on over to the right hand side. We see the musketeer still alive, still shooting. The Royal Ghost is here. Log comes in to clear that part out, and another set of 3 musketeers have come on the floor here. So another big push, another attempt to make something happen, and that Eve is coming in, destroying a lot of units there. However, the bandit's still alive, the musketeer still alive. The fireball on the right knocks the 2 musketeers down there. Finally, Mehudi taking some damage, but however, the lead right now is fairly strong in Mehudi's favor. That the tower is fairly low on health. He could eventually log it down. He could eventually fireball it also. He's already logged the Musketeers, so he could fireball to clear them out as well if required. However, using the fireball defensively on the left hand side, the Royal Ghost still alive will be coming in doing some splash damage. That's one of the good things about the Royal Ghost. The splash damage really helps out in clearing out a lot of units. Mehu completely in a defensive mode right now. Needs to figure out what he wants to do. Not able to plant down more spawner buildings there because the constant pressure that Jimit is putting on him. He needs to keep rotating some of these key units to make sure that he has good defense. But finally able to close the game. Fairly angry about this. Maybe Mehudi's taking out some anger on Jimit for for that devastating loss in game 1. And Mehu has evened the score. 1-1 is the score of this best of 5, and things are getting heated up now. It's going to be quite interesting seeing what this best of 5 has in store for us. And we're going to be going into the next game fairly soon. Alright. Let's get right into the next game. So this is game 3, guys. As you can clearly see, score 1-1. Let's talk about the banned cards here. P.E.K.K.A, a great ban coming in, especially now considering the fact that Mehu is going to be pushing the big expensive golem deck there. However, Jimit has the right answer for it. He has the Inferno Dragon. Baby Dragon and Inferno Dragon will be meeting up in the middle. A nice rocket coming in, not only damaging the main tower, however also damaging the unit alongside. Defensive Dark Prince coming in will be able to hold, and defensive Royal Guard also coming in, clearing that push out completely. Off to an even trade, decently even trade there. We will see now how Jimit responds to what Mehu has. I think Jimit will quickly realize once the golem comes out that he can pressurize his opponent by pushing a lot of units right on the bridge, which is called bridge spam, and which will ideally get him a victory there. So a lot of air units right now. Mehu needs to figure out how he's going to stop this big push that's coming in the air against him. Inferno Dragon taking care of the minion, the mega minion, and doing a fair amount of damage to that baby dragon as well. So here comes the big reveal. The golem is out, and Jimit responds with a counter push on the left hand side. A nice defense by the Dark Prince, however quickly taken care of. And what Mehu now needs to figure out how he's going to stop this push, and what he does with that is that he brings out the Royal Guard to stop that. But what's the answer on this Inferno Dragon, which is just eating through these golems and now eating through the golemites as well? A very good defense by Mehu, a nice tactical approach to the situation there by Mehu. He saw what his opponent was putting down and he responded accordingly. That Inferno Dragon is just bringing a lot of value in here. He's ate through a lot of units of Mehu, but eventually getting some damage on the tower as well. So now Mehu needs to respond. The ram will not connect. That key Nado coming in, pulling the ram closer. Good defense coming out by Mehu, and Jimit just is trying more and more to push across this battlefield here. And let's see if he is able to get a great angle there and get few hits on the main tower with his magic archer, and which is not seems like it's happening anymore. And Royal Guards, by the way, are just great units to defend, by the way. And Mehu losing some health across both the towers. I think he's getting a little overwhelmed right now. He needs to figure out his strategy, because Jimit just constantly putting pressure on him is not allowing Mehu to put down a golem. But guess what? Mehu finally collects 9 elixir and puts the golem down. Golem is out on the field. The magic archer is coming in, doing a lot of splash damage thanks to the way he attacks. Good angles initially. However, here comes the big missile, bringing the tower down to 500 health. Mehu, will he be able to get another big golem down? We are into overtime right now. Will he be able to save that money? Will Jimit let Mehu actually save that elixir to put up a counter push? We will find out very soon. And I would actually like to see Jimit, if possible. Oh, You saw exactly what happened there. The tower was low enough. I think anything lower than a 450, you are a guaranteed kill on the rocket. And that's how Mehu finally makes a comeback, and he's in the lead now against Jimit Bhatt. Mehu finally coming out strong in this best of 5. He has the lead, and we are actually going to wait and see if Jimit can make a comeback. Otherwise, this is going to be a well-deserved victory by Mehu because he has not been doing so well. As we previously discussed, he's not been doing so well in the Premiership so far. So let's get into the next game and let's find out if Deepak Mehta is able to finally get decent points on the table here. And let's see. Mehu opting for the Lava Loon deck. It's quite an interesting deck. Does Jimit have the right answer for it? I think he might just have the edge here. We see that he has a spawner building. We see that he has a goblin here, the dart goblin, which will be great DPS into bringing into defend against these big pushes. And Mehu has an excellent starting deck also. Look at this. This is ideal situation for him. He's got the right amount of units, but good distraction on the balloon. The balloon actually pulling towards the left. Will not be able to make it to the main tower. Here comes the lava puffs. Not puffs. What am I talking about? Puffs. Lava puffs are here. They do fairly decent amount of damage on the tower, bringing it down to 1400 health. Mehu quite successful in his first push there. You can see Jimit having that slight lead of a single elixir against his opponent. Now Jimit's time to reveal his big card, and we will see how Mehu reacts to this. Because is he gonna punish Jimit by saying, "Hey, I'm gonna push in the opposite direction. We'll see how your golem does," or is he gonna defend against this? So there you go, big push coming on the left. The balloon is also out. The Royal Guards are there to tank the tower initially. The balloon will not be able to make it. No, he makes it. Does the one splash damage there and does death damage also right after. And guess what? Golem now in Mehudi's home. And Mehu defending pretty well. They've split into the Golemites, will not be doing as much damage. And Mehu just seems like he's coming out strong in these fights and with better health on his tower. Royal Guard coming in to defend that tombstone, which is fairly low on health right now. And Mehu is just waiting to build up that push. And if you look at Jimit's unit, he has a mini P.E.K.K.A. which he's unable to effectively use because Mehudi's focus on the air units. He has flying units that he's focusing on, and I think this is the big push that they're probably gonna do, where we have the golem pushing on the left, and Mehu is gonna be pushing out with his other units on the right hand side. Jimit bleeding some elixir there. However, finally decides to put down a unit which was the E-Wiz to help out clear this push out. And now Jimit is going to be in a lot of trouble. Does not have a building to distract the balloon. The balloon will be coming in straight to the tower. And Jimit, with only 8 seconds left on the clock, will not be able to close this game. And Mehu is finally going to come out strong. He is finally won a match. And I'm not going to say finally won a match. He's finally won a much deserved victory for Mehu because, as we discussed earlier, he's not doing so well on the standing. So this victory will definitely be helping him out, and this victory will also make sure that Jimit might not be in top 4 by the end of this. So great work there by Mehu, right now sitting at the bottommost seeding in the chart and taking a game off Jimit in a very, very strong fashion. I was a little doubtful when we started the game, but now, after watching this best of 5, I would have to say again, Masters League players are at another skill level altogether. Mehu might not have had a success so far into the tournament, but he's showing the fact that if he practices and he has the skill level to beat other master level players like Jimit also. So again, a great set of games here, 3-1 in favor of Mehu. This is, I would want to repeat, this is the ESL India Premiership powered by Omen by HP, HyperX, Intel, and organized by Nodwin Gaming and ESL India. So Good job here, guys. I would like to pass it back to our studio to Vagish and Zara. So take it away, guys. I would love to hear what your thoughts are on this game. Bye bye.
Buggy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, back again to the studio segment of the ESL India Premiership 2018. Deepak Mehu the Mehta reigning supreme.
Yes, finally, that's a very, very needed victory for him on that board.
Yeah, I like the
Beautifully
3-1
played.
scoreline. The guy knew his limitations. He knew
Yeah.
exactly where he could go wrong and chose not to go wrong for a change.
Yeah, and more than that, I mean, I think he sat on his very comfortable chair today and was like, all right, you know what, I'm going to actually play this seriously. I'm going to use my head. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to make sure that I know what I'm playing and what I need to do in this game. What was actually surprising for me is in the first game, Jimit played his Three Musketeer deck where he took the victory for himself. And that somewhere told me that it showed me a lot of Mehudeep's play style. He doesn't like to really counter people's decks. He likes to make sure that no matter what comes across him, he's able to defend it. And that's what he did in the second game. Even though Three Musketeers was put back into the deck, he just sent out a fireball, he dropped in an electrowizard. It was like, alright, fine. You know what, you took the first victory with the card. Today I will show you how I can actually defeat you on your best card. And he did that in the same way in the third game and in the fourth game. And in the fourth game, Jimit has played his best deck. He has played his Golem, which is his favorite card, actually, even above the Three Musketeers. And to that also, Mehudeep said that, you know what, that's your favorite card. I will show you how well I can play against it. And that's what I see this player do time and over again. It does not work out for him always, because there always comes a point in a game where you're like, you know what, I think I made a mistake. And a single mistake could have costed him so much. But he also made sure that in the line, he put everything at risk and it paid off for him. And it was every single game he played beautifully well today. He did not really use the Dark Prince. He countered it in a beautiful way. If we talk about how I was mentioning the fear of him playing against the Dark Prince, he made sure he had cards to kind of counter that card this time. He made sure he had cards to counter even a bandit card. He dropped in the Barbs, he dropped in the Goblin Heart, making sure that he had that much space to do whatever he wanted to do, the way he wanted to do it. And there was a game, I think yesterday or day before, which he played, where he had done this combination of the balloon and the lava, and it didn't work out for him. And I was thinking back then, you know, I wish he hadn't put such high elixir cards together. It would not work for him. But today he very clearly showed me that it definitely can work. It's just how you place the combination, and it's about how much elixir you can count, and that comes only through a very experienced player. And he's sitting in the Master League shows a point too, that he has the experience. It is just that at times he really doesn't know what is coming
It's
at him.
overpowered.
Yeah, I think just sometimes he gets a little too confident, and that causes a downfall. But sometimes when he just sits down and he's like, you know what, I'm going to win this game, he shows us some beautiful Clash Royale being played by him.
True. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that essentially, if you look at it, is our Clash Royale segment from the ESL India Premiership 2018. By the way, all of this hullabaloo has been brought by opened by HP, HyperX, Intel, peeps at Northern Gaming, doing the best. Presented to you. Kunal is back. Everything's sorted. Gotham happy. Saurav happy. Everybody's happy.
Happy.
Kunal is back. Everybody's happy. And also, just that Kunal's not just back. Kunal's gotten himself married.
Yeah, he's got upgraded.
I don't know, man. Like, I just want to I want to share the joy, but also try to do only with Kunal. It's like that. It's like that frenemy zone I have with him. But that, ladies and gentlemen, effectively ends our CR segment. We'll be back again soon after this short break with CS:GO, and of course, I'm presuming Mamba Senior will metamorphosize soon enough. Yeah, Angie's fed up of doing CS. Call Mamba.
Well, I like
don't
his
want
glasses. I like how he also sits down with his glasses.
Yeah, that's for
Very cool.
solidarity. You should also wear them. You know that, right?
Glasses?
Yeah. It's called spectacles and sunglasses.
I think I'll just call them glasses.
Let's create a spectacle after wearing spectacles. That.
On that note, we will take a break now, and we will see you all shortly.